And John Weber introduces our players, and we have got Jeff Goodger, another title match featuring two Hall of Famers, Mike J. Laneside, Jeff Goodger, Connor Pickford joining us back in the booth, PBA South Region and National Player. We'll see him at the upcoming PBA Summer Swing. Connor, your initial impressions from the left, from the right. Where does the advantage lie?
Parker seems to have a pretty good look on the left, and Pete's been making him look easy all week from the right, so who knows?
Opening shot, title match, one game, and Parker drills the rack. We're off. Weber lapped the field in racing parlance. Got by an interesting match with Tom Baker. I don't know if anyone saw that coming.
Yeah, that was, it seemed to be that they didn't have much room to throw it. I don't know if it was the way they played him differently in practice or what.
Strike apiece, back on the normal scoring pace. Hall of Famers both, Weber from the right, Parker Bohn from the left. A look at the tools of the trade. PBA50 Miller High Life Classic has come down to this. Title match, two great Hall of Famers. Weber kicks it out, and a little bit of playing to the crowd non-sunglass Pete Weber, which is just as entertaining as the other version. Double for Weber. Now Parker Bohn the third, looking for his first PBA 50 title in just his third event. And he explodes the rack.
He's throwing two different balls. He's throwing an original mastermind on the left lane and a genius on the right lane.
And there's a look. Good eyes. Seems like you've done some work with bowling balls.
Yeah.
Explain.
Occasionally. I mean, I've been throwing a lot more Brunswick stuff lately, and I've been learning a lot about the brand and the company and the balls and what they do, and both of those balls seem to look pretty good for Parker this week.
Couple doubles. Hall of Famers both. Title match. High. Greek Church.
Ouch.
Oh. Opting for the count side and getting a piece of the church. So open frame for Parker Bohn the third. That was a pretty sweet release.
That was a pretty good shot. Most of the time when you give any Hall of Famer an opening, they're going to double on it.
So Weber front three. Parker bombed two racks, and then big split.
Seemed like he just got the one on the left lane a little right, and it just didn't have a chance to push. That looked like it was a little bit in as well, but it held.
He has that ability. Other balls, other players, that ball overreacts. It doesn't for him.
He's so soft at the bottom. It gives him so much room to throw at.
Bohn after the open frame, as struck back here in the second frame. Title match, PBA50 Miller High Life Classic, live on Extra Frame. 7 the last to fall, or rather the 10.
I wonder if he's going to throw that ball in the left lane now. Nope.
what you might expect after a high shot the previous time?
Sometimes. I mean, it just depends on how bad you knew you threw the bad shot. If you knew it was really bad, you step up there and you just make a better shot instead of overcompensating. I think he was getting a read off of what that genius was going to do on that spare shot.
Here's something you don't see a lot of. Pete Weber taking a re-rack. Want a pin missing in the deck? That's a good reason to take a re-rack.
Yeah, I'd say you want to shoot at 10 of them if you want to hit 10.
Do you need the 3-pin, Connor, as a right-hander?
Yeah,
I think as a rule you have to shoot at a full rack,
yeah.
And you don't have the option to take that. That does not count against his re-racks. Weber, nothing but strikes. Title match here at George Pappas' Victory Lanes. Another battle of Hall of Famers on the PBA50 Tour. And that is high. 3, 4, 6, 7, 10.
What are the odds you think he picks it up?
I would say a little tougher than even money. We're going to get a reset of the 3-pin. Even money being 1-1. I would go 1.1 to 1. I like his chances of making this.
I do as well. Similar leave by Walter earlier, and I had my money that he was going to pick it up, and he did. It was very unexpected that he didn't strike out in the 10th after that.
So Parker Bohn with the Greek Church 5-count split, and now Pete Weber with a more makeable version of a 5-count leave.
The only thing about that 5-count is going to even out the counts because they were both on doubles when they did it.
And open frame. Pin advantage for Weber. Halfway home in our title match. Plus 18 for Pete Weber, looking for his 3rd career PBA 50 title. Bohn looking for his first in his debut season. 6th frame. Big open hand and a big result for Weber.
I think it'll be interesting to see what Parker does in this left lane after he throws a good shot on the right lane.
Mike J. Laneside with Jeff Goodyer. PBA pro Connor Pickford. We're at George Pappas' Victory Lanes. PBA Hall of Famer himself. Take this opportunity to thank George and Paul Krines and his great staff. Now Parker Bohn working the right lane in this title match. Oh.
Wow.
Parker sees 7s, but you don't expect a 7 on that type of hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of similar to a blower 10-pin for a right-hander. I mean, it happens. 9 times out of 10, that shot's going to strike.
Trying a mirror image, imagining you just had 2 shots like that, which shot do you go with in this situation?
I think I go with the same change that Parker's making. You throw the cleaner ball that's going to give you a little bit more back end, because when he threw that mastermind a little further left after the high shot, it didn't make it back. And I think this ball will make it back.
Parker trails by 19, 7th frame.
Yep, seemed like he moved left as well. Here, Chuck Gardner in the background. Parker's got a chance, depending on what Pete does in this right lane here.
Weber's up 19 and a strike working.
That looks slow.
And again, but he has that ability to have that ball maintain the line of the pocket.
Yep.
Big shot to increase the lead. All strikes for Weber except the wide open split.
It's amazing how fast these guys are bowling. You know, other people that haven't been in this situation as many times take a lot more time to throw their shots.
Well, Pete Weber is obviously not superstitious with that thing over on 26.
Rings the 10 pin.
Saw him hit the re-rack button on 26 because it was missing a 7 pin, and then it arbitrarily took out a couple more, and well, he didn't care anymore.
Spare for Weber, 160 through 7, spare up. Parker Bohn, though, has a strike working, and two more can cut into that lead.
He can strike out for 232, and Pete's got 240. So there's only 8 pins difference.
Quality pitch, two Hall of Fame arms. And always remarkable to go from a multi-match setting with noise in the building to dead silence.
Dead silence, yeah. Yeah, it's different. You know, it brings the blood pressure up a little bit. But I'm sure as Hall of Famers, these guys have no problem keeping calm in the situation.
I've been there many times before. The PBA Tour and now the PBA50 Tour. Weber, 2 titles thus far. And Bohn getting his feet wet, rookie on the new tour. Double working. Inside, but he carried it. Looked a little inside of target.
It was. That's a good break for Parker.
Eight-pin lead for Weber. Destiny in his own hands. Oh, 10-pin.
So he needs a couple to force a couple.
He can shoot 229.
Parker still has 232. Potential.
You would not want to have it any other way for a title match to come down to the 10th frame.
And they so often do.
It's a good break right there. That forces Parker to throw the first 2.
Pete Weber, reigning Rookie of the Year. Parker Bohn, the 3rd current rookie, vying for Rookie of the Year. All 3. So Parker needs 28 here in the 10th frame, which is 2 strikes and 8 pins.
That is correct. The right lane, he seems to like the right lane a little bit better.
Bohn, 10th frame. Backs off. Must have heard me whispering 40 feet behind him.
Had to have been what it was.
Must strike on this shot. He needs 2 strikes and 8 pins to defeat Pete Weber for his first PBA 50 Tour title.
That looks pretty good. Wow, gets a good break.
There's one.
That was good.
2.
Very good shot. That's the
Parker
reason why he's
Bohn.
in the Hall of Fame.
Exactly. Of course, he still needs 8 more, and he shot 5 in the 3rd frame, so it's not out of the realm of possibility he would go 7 or less. But after those 2 shots,
Yeah, I don't think the Vegas odds went down at all.
Parker Bohn, 10th frame, needs 8 pins or better. Again, I'm talking too loud back here, Connor.
Sometimes we have to whisper.
Parker Bohn needs 8 pins. Anything less and Pete Weber wins the title.
That was good.
How about 10 pins? Parker Bohn the third, PBA 50 champion, the first title of his PBA 50 career,
Awesome.
defeating Pete Weber, who lapped the field a few times throughout qualifying. We'll be getting an interview right now with Parker Bohn the third. Mike J. Laneside is Laneside.
Parker Bohn the third, an amazing match, and your debut win on the PBA 50 senior circuit comes after Norm Duke's debut win last week at the Villages.
I think maybe he pushed me a little bit. You know, obviously it's great out here. It's 3 weeks in, and to say that I've got a PBA 50 title is absolutely incredible. Wouldn't have imagined it that early.
And I know you got some special people watching at home.
Yeah, without a doubt. Justin, Brandon, and Sydney, never give up. Always, always try. That's the biggest thing to remember, and I know they will.
Great PBA Tour champion and Hall of Famer. How does this stack up among your wins?
Well, obviously it's going to rank right up there with a lot of the other ones that I have. Majors speak for themselves, but whenever you bowl a Hall of Famer such as Pete Weber, you have to bring it all to the table. And I trust me, PDIM, he brings it all to the table, and obviously I had to there too.
What was the key in the title match against Weber?
I think the biggest key was the left lane. I switched balls, obviously. I tried 2 different balls early on, made a great shot out of the gate, and then didn't throw 2 shots for beans on that left lane there. And, well, guts as it may be, I went back to the other ball I had, squared up a little bit, and just said, commit to your shot and make a good shot, and obviously it paid off.
Parker Bohn III, major champion, Hall of Famer, and brand new PBA 50 Tour champion. Congratulations. Enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Jeff Goodger, back to you.
Connor Pickford, Parker Bohn III's PBA 50 champion.
I mean, honestly, he was my pick to win after I saw the look that he had today on the left side, and